Having fun in a picture show. Take the long way home. Let's take the long way home. If freaking. Let's go. What's going on, people? Is it working? Let me see. All right. Guys, I haven't done this in such a long time. You freaks. But, oh, let me lower this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Scream. I haven't done this in such a long time. All right, guys. How's it? Oh, Shaka. Thank you, my brother. I still can't see stuff here on the side. I can't see, but I got all your comments coming through. Thank you, Shaka, Angel Avila, Jack Preston, Robert Knowles, Nathaniel, my brother, James Simmons, Stephen Strong, the Ryobi man, Charles G, Todd Whitkey, TY Custom, Wendell Greenidge, what's up, man? Corey Nation, Tomic M. Tomic M's the man. He does a lot of the Home Depot work. He's running wild. Jonathan Diaz, Samuel Adams, thank you, brother. I got your gift. Samuel Adams sent me a funny sticker. Next, well, he sent me 2 stickers. Really funny. He got them from Amazon. They just came yesterday. Thank you. But I'll show everybody. Chef P. TC, Logan P. Blue 04Z7. All right, guys. I figured this was worth going live for, because I'm sure there's going to be a Mr. Israel, a lot of questions. TC. All right, and I don't know, guys. I haven't looked at what. As soon as a follower on Instagram just sent me this screenshot, and the only thing it said, it was a screenshot, and it had my man Tool Guide up top here. And that's it. I haven't read. I like doing this stuff with you guys, looking at it, reading it. I never heard about any DeWalt Atomic Compact Series stuff. Thank you, Samuel. You didn't have to do that, buddy. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Humberto, Anthony Abrera. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But, yes. Never heard of the DeWalt. I'm just what I'm doing here. There's an old song that was very popular that I used to, pretty sure they sing it. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, so it's the DeWalt Atomic series, right, guys? That's what. It's DeWalt. I'll tell you. All right, that didn't go so good. I apologize. All right, there's a song by Blondie called Atomic, and I was trying to do something clever, and of course, it just ain't gonna happen. Well, let me lower this. I apologize, guys. All right, Resgo Riza, what's up? Chef Pete. All right, so real quick, before people start leaving because of my hijinks that I do, DeWalt is coming out with some pretty, I don't know anything about it, but from just looking at it and what they're called, and I could be totally wrong about it, but they're calling it the Atomic Compact Series. So you guys have been hearing me bitch and moan, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have done the same. You know, DeWalt, the biggest tool company in the world, right? And who knows for how much longer at this point, but still very big, very large. They don't have a 12-volt platform, really. Now they do, and they were one of the first ones to do it. And believe it or not, they still sell a lot of tools in their 12-volt line. But they haven't added any new tools in years. It's kind of just blah. Of course, no brushless tools. So, you know, what they're, I don't know what this is. Maybe they just don't want 12-volt. Then maybe they don't want to make 12-volt batteries anymore, is what I'm thinking. I don't know. But, you know, today's tools, and especially some of these 12-volt tools, I mean, if you can make them about this, you know, a little bit more compact and still keep your 18-volt battery, why would you want to have two different batteries? And it never really made sense to me. But actually, it really does kind of make sense, guys. Because of the guys who are in the Milwaukee 12-volt platform, right, guys? You're in Milwaukee's 12-volt platform. Squidly Scott, what's up? EJM 94. You're in Milwaukee's 12-volt platform. That means you got to have 12-volt batteries, right? And a lot of the 12-volt stuff, it's really good, but most of the time, especially for the tradesman, you might need 18-volt power. So now you got to have 18-volt batteries, right? So now you're kind of carrying two different batteries, right? And maybe that's why Makita. I mean, I don't know what Makita is doing. I love their the Makita Black, the subcompact stuff, but they're kind of like the 12-volt tools, you know. But you don't need a 12-volt battery. So what I'm thinking is maybe that's what this Atomic series is. Never heard of it until 5 minutes ago. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, let's go live. Let's go live. Looks like there is a multi-tool, a hacksaw. So DeWalt might be coming out with a atomic hacksaw, which would be great. This looks like some type of probably 3 5/8 circular saw, much like DeWalt's, much like Makita's little 12-volt circular saw. I think it's a 3 5/8 or something. So let's take a look, man. They're saying 21% more torque, 25% more compact, and 13% more power. Look very much like the 885, right, guys? DeWalt is coming out with a new line of 20-volt, and I want to thank Tool Guide. Hopefully, if you guys don't know who he is I hang out with him for 3 days every year at the symposium. We're on the same plane every year. Not this, yeah, we're on the same plane every year. We sit at the airport for hours, on the way home, trying to get our flight. So, real nice guy. Again, for 3 days a year, we kind of, or 2 or 3 days, however the heck long it is. Real nice guy's name is Stuart. Nice gentleman, and he has a really great website. So I want to thank him because that's where I'm getting this from. And if you're not, you know, following him on here, it's a good idea. He's got some good stuff. What's up, Kevin's Electrical Tool? Neil, cutoff tool. Like I said, there's only 5 tools up here, Neil. Again, obviously an impact. Now, as we go down and as I read, we might have some more info. But it looks like you got a hacksaw, a little, like I said, 3 5/8 circular, and a multi-tool. But this might be like DeWalt subcompact. Now, we figured DeWalt had to be up to something. You know, kind of innovation the last, you know, really since the Flex Volt came out has been kind of, you know, not as much as we would like. So we kind of knew they were brewing up to something. And I'll tell you, this looks, man, that looks, I'm telling you, it very much looks like the subcompact stuff. Now, I really never, like most of you guys here, Toby, what's up, Nightbird, Art Cats? you probably are like me. What the heck is going on with DeWalt's 12-volt line? Seriously, like, is it done forever? How can you leave a segment like the 12-volt platform and totally just abandon it? Right? It's been years. So I guess this is what they're kind of doing. And again, I could be wrong, but I don't see them coming out with these smaller compact tools, because that's where Makita kind of messed up. I don't know if they messed up, but I get that question a lot. I get a lot of comments like, what's the point of Makita's 12-volt line, right? If they have the subcompact stuff, because that really torque numbers are almost identical. They're really just black, and the 12-volt is blue. And of course, you need 2 different batteries. But it's an option that Makita gives you. If you want to stay in with the 12-volt batteries and have the compact tools, you got it, right? If you want to stay with your 18-volt batteries, where you can kind of, instead of changing, voltage, instead of going from a 12-volt, instead of going to an 18-volt to a 12-volt to get a smaller tool, you can still have your 18-volt battery, right? Take it off maybe your, maybe using a flex volt battery, right? We're talking DeWalt wise. And you can get something smaller, almost like a 12-volt. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a really good idea. Now, this idea works, which I'm talking about here, only if you do not come out with a 12-volt line, right? So let's take a look here. All right, so the new DeWalt Atomic Compact Series is launching with a new drill and impact driver in a coming soon teaser. Guys, who wants to be teased? Strip tease. Yeah. And it looks like a new oscillating multi-tool and all right, multi-link tool, circular saw, and recip are on the roadmap. All right, so obviously it doesn't take a genius. You got a hacksaw, a circular, and a multi-tool coming soon. So they're going to start with the first 2. Again, probably available Amazon, Lowe's, Home Depot, and of course your favorite online retailer. It's hard to read, but it looks like the new impact driver is being compared to the 886, the DCF 886. Wow. Guys, you know about I actually have that, guys. Not too many people have the DCF 886, guys. If you're not familiar, is DeWalt's first brushless impact driver. Okay. 1,500 inch-pounds. I really like it, guys. Real comfortable. That's weird from what it says here. While the new drill driver is being compared to the 771. Whoa, we don't want that. Why would they compare it to? Why would they compare it to a brushless impact and a brushed drill driver? I don't know about that one there, DeWalt. What you got going on there? Which is DeWalt's brushed motor special buy that launched in 2013. Yeah, guys, that's how old that, and we just saw somebody at Lowe's, right? If you watched yesterday's Lowe's video, you saw an older dude who I really should have went up to, but I knew there would have been a conflict. I don't like his attitude. Yes, mate. He looked very standoffish. But he was getting the 885 771 compact. I won't say he was getting the 771 885 combo kit. And it's $159. Why you would get that when you can get the brushless with a tough system? We talked about it yesterday, but anyway. So I don't know why they would do that, but you could definitely tell it's very short, right? Now, are they the size of a 12-volt? Got to remember, guys, and most of you guys know, if you had the old Milwaukee, the brushed, the first brushed drill driver, right, from Milwaukee, that thing is big. That thing is huge. That drill driver is bigger than a lot of 18-volt, or about the same size. So This looks honestly just about the same size as the new Gen 3, or actually the new Gen 2 brushless 12 volt, right? Now, obviously, that's, yeah, I think so. Yep. So you're going to have, it's only 6.3 inches in length. All right. So we do got some specs. So obviously, 6.3, right? Then this is for the drill driver. So it's going to be called the new DCD 708. That came out 2.5 years ago. All right, so this now they're calling it the 777 here. So I don't know what's going on. So it has the same specs as the brushless drill driver, right? The drill driver that's $99, right? During Christmas. The one that's in the tough system with the impact. That's the 777. So they're saying power wise, right? The 708. That's going to be the new compact atomic drill driver. So it's going to be 340 UWO. So it might have the same motor as that drill driver, 6.3 inches. All right. So obviously it's much smaller. I want to say the 777 is what? It's got to be close to 8 inches, right? 2.8 pounds, 2-speed gearbox. This kit is bundled with a charger, carrying case, and two 1.3 amp hour batteries. And we can actually buy it now. Price $159 for the kit. All right, so we can actually jump off. Oh wow, they're on all right, so I don't need the tool guide. All right, so guys, that's crazy. I had no idea. So you can now go to Home Depot and check this stuff out, guys. I'll put the links below for the guys that are coming in late. I'm HCB and offer you couldn't refuse. All right, so you can get more info, guys. If you want to go on your computer and kind of take a look at this with me, feel free to go on your Home Depot, computer or whatever, Home Depot website. But all right, so this is going to be available pretty shortly. 100. See, that's where I don't, $159. They moved the light down. Check this out, guys. So this is a good idea. You heard me probably saying it for probably 3 years now. Around 3 years ago, that's kind of when the craze started, guys, where they would be putting the lights up top here, right? And with the impact drivers, they were putting them right by the collet. So they kind of got off that a little bit. And it looks like, because, the issue that people were having, and I had the same issue, it would create a really cool to use as like a flashlight, because especially the rigid three, or they call it, I think, the tri-mode lights on some of the impact drivers. I mean, it's bright, but it's so bright that you start getting shadows, and it almost like blinds you. So they started moving the lights back down to the bottom here. So that's super awesome that they're doing that. $159. That's a little steep, guys. I mean, again, you can get the 777 for $99, right? And it has the same exact specs. Now, okay, it's new and it's more compact. But why would I pay $60 more for a tool that's honestly, it's going to be what, an inch and a half to 2 inches smaller than the 777? I can get it for $99. I mean, listen, I think this should come with a premium, guys. This is the Atomic. Atomic. If you guys, I was trying to get Blondie. You guys remember the song from Blondie? Atomic. But I couldn't do it. I just can't. But anyway, I don't think you should pay, a 50% premium for a little bit. Right? A little bit smaller size. I'm not going to go nuts here, guys. But here is the 777 right here. All right. And you get your same charger. You get a bag. You get two 1.3 amp hour batteries. And it's, if I click this, it'll say $99, right? Maybe it's not Christmas anymore. Maybe they raised the price. I don't know. I mean, look at the stars on this thing. 2,000 reviews. Wow. I like it. You guys know about that. I say I like it um, pretty much whenever we saw it at the depot. And we did see a lot of it this Christmas. Let me just see the price here. Come on, just tell me the price. Show me. Show me. Yeah, do it. Oh, what? All right. I'm getting upset. I'll do it one more time here. It's probably sold out or something crazy. All right. It was $99. You guys all know that. And actually, a couple stores had this for $79. Now, I bought it for $89, but at the end of Christmas, early February, mid-February, certain depots was selling this for $79. So, not that, that's a big deal. Obviously, it was a promo price and they had to get rid of it. But according to the tool guide here, let me just go back now. You pretty much have this, I guess he probably compared the specs to this one, the new Atomic. Where is the Atomic? Where's the Atomic? Boom, 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 boom. Where is my Atomic? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. All right, I think we're at the Atomic. Yes. All right, so we got back to the Atomic. So spec-wise, guys, the Atomic is basically the 777, a little bit smaller. Maybe the internals of the motor and some of the components might be better. We're not going to know until I can get one and I can open it up and we could take a look. But doing a quick look, 340, inch pounds. They call it obviously UWO, unit watts out. You got the same warranty. Probably the weight, 2.8 pounds. Obviously, probably a little bit lighter, but not much. It's cool. I'm glad they're coming out with something, but DeWalt always kind of does something fruity with some of their pricing. When that first comes out, but it kind of always levels out. So if this is a tool that you're interested in, I'm gonna go back. We'll take a look at the impact. I would wait a little bit. Though obviously you're probably gonna be able to get this now. Like again, if you could wait till next Christmas, I guarantee you this is $99 next Christmas, almost positive. But don't be surprised. This is 129, 119 after 8, 9, 10 weeks. The 20 volt, only 6.3 inches. This drill, high performance specialist motor. We kind of read all that. Let's 1650 RPMs, 1.3 amp hour batteries. I mean, and they give you, you're paying 159, I mean, guys, not for nothing. You can get the Milwaukee combo kit for $229. You're getting a 4 and a 2. They want 159 just for one drill. And then they might have a combo kit with is that what this is? All right. So here's the combo kit. It's for $229. So obviously you're going to want to buy this as a combo kit because for another $70, you're getting the impact driver, right? So they you heard me just talk about the Milwaukee for $229. So that's exactly what they're doing. Their pricing is the same as Milwaukee's brushless 12 volt Gen 2 hammer drill and impact. But remember, that's a hammer drill. All right. This is a drill driver. And I'm telling you, 304. I think the Milwaukee Gen 2. And correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen. What's up, Frozen Walkway? Matty G. Squidly Scott. Ryobi Gang. I believe the Gen 2 Milwaukee, right, is 280 inch pounds, right, for the hammer drill. I don't know why that's sticking in my head. So this is definitely this is 340, but the Milwaukee 12 volt is 280, but it's a hammer drill. You got the hammer drill option. I could be off on that, but I think it's 280. Now, the impact driver from Milwaukee, their new Gen 2, is 1,400 inch-pounds. All right? So let's see what the DeWalt Atomic is coming in at, the inch-pound. Oh, wow. 1,700 inch-pounds. All right. So, wow. That's very big. That is almost comparable. That's definitely not comparing to the 886. The 886 has 1,500 inch-pounds. This has 1,700. So DeWalt kind of, I don't know what DeWalt wants you to think, but they're not comparing this to the 886 spec-wise. Right? What does the 887 have? I'm trying to think. I want to say it has 1,800, right? Their top of the line impact driver has what? Coming soon. Yeah. I want to say their top of the line impact driver right now, what is it? It's the 887. I want to say that has 1,800 inch-pounds, right? 1,840. So it's closer to the 887 spec-wise. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Sorry, guys. I'm on that Ryobi thing. Wonder why you guys were going nuts. Yeah, 884. So I would think so. Hey, the new Milwaukee Gen 2 brushes. The new Gen Philip Armor, hey Toolboss, the new Milwaukee Gen 2 brushes, 725 inch-pounds. No, I'm talking about the 12 volt, my brother. Philip, we're comparing this to the 12 volt line, guys. The 12 volt, this is what we're going after here. And this is what, my opinion, what they're doing. This is a compact line, this Atomic line. Instead of revamping their 12 volt line, I think this might be what they're kind of doing in the meantime. Now, I'm not saying they're never going to come out with another 12 volt tool. It seems like it would be a long time, a rare, right, Logan P? All right, 1825. So it's a little bit closer, but whatever. But this is right. And when you look at Makita's subcompact, I think that impact driver, the Makita subcompact impact driver, I want to say that has 1,400 inch-pounds. Please, someone check that out. Because I don't want to look it up here, because then I start losing it, and then I got to go back, and then it takes forever. I'm hitting Ryobi, Home Depot, but this is a very powerful impact driver for the size. Now we're gonna really got to see in person. It's gonna tell me the length of it here, and we can kind of imagine it. But once you really got to have it in your hand, yeah, the 809. So it's 5.1 inches, and the drill driver 6.3. So 5.1 inches, that is small. But these are extremely more powerful, guys, than the Gen 2 impact, right? The impact drivers for Milwaukee, the brand new Gen 2, 1,400 inch-pounds. This is 1,700. So now I do not think this is going to be as small. You know what? We got to do it. I'm going to have to go to that Milwaukee 12 volt and just see. So we know this is 5.1 inches. Let's look up the Milwaukee M12 brushless impact and see what the length of it is, the size. So we can kind of get a little perspective on it, because this is 300 inch-pounds difference. 300 inch-pounds. 300, yeah, it is 300 inch-pound difference in torque. Hey, look, We got our favorite impact wrench here, gentlemen. There's probably a lag, right? You're lagging a little bit. The Milwaukee M12, it's 1300. Oh wow, so that's even bigger. That's a 400. I thought it was 1400. Down in the neighborhood. I thought I hit impact driver. What is going on? I hit impact. Let's hit impact driver. Yeah, baby. But we know the new Gen 2 Milwaukee impact driver is very small, very compact. I'm fun in a picture show. We'll take the long. Oh, it is 13. All right. So it's a 400 inch pound difference. Thank you, Logan. So it's now you guys who have the M12 Milwaukee, right? You know how compact it is. Very small. And I'm going to say almost too small. And you might say, what do you mean too small? I mean, we want our tools small, and I love it. It's definitely the best 12-volt impact driver. You got the four. Now, I don't like the 4-mode drive control. Now, I love 4-mode drive control, but I do not like, I did that video. I had water under there. I had to get a blow dryer to dry it out. I like the very basic little selector. Where I got to press in, like, it's almost like the battery, right? To get the battery gauge. That's what their little 4-mode selector is like. And when you start getting old, when they start getting beat up and dirt gets in there and water, I don't know. I like how DeWalt, you just shift it over. I will say that. Now, let's just see. Wow. 5.1 inches. Is that correct? Product depth. 5.1 inches. Oh, man. So it's about the same size. Now, you got to remember, their impact's kind of on a little bit of a, you guys know it has a little bit of a, yeah, a little bit of an angle there. So I'm not going to say this new DeWalt Atomic is the same size. Now, it could be, but all it has to be is pretty close to, the Milwaukee. And it's something to really think about, right? You got 400 more inch pounds. Again, it says 5.1 on the spec sheet. Sometimes these specs are a little wrong. Until we have it in our hand, I'm not going to go too crazy, but it looks like number-wise, 5.1 also. So, but again, 1,700 versus 1,300. And again, we all love our Milwaukee 12-volt, but we like it, because it's just a whole nother line of tools, right? But is it convenient? Not really, right? Now that we kind of really think about it. Um, if you could have one battery, but you still got the small, like just think about your M12 Milwaukee tools. Imagine if you didn't need those 12-volt batteries, right? They're 18-volt. Boom. So I'm not saying that's what I would like. I just like having the option to have the smaller stuff. But if you really think about it, this might make more sense where you don't really have to switch batteries and you still get, 5.1 inch, right? 6.3 inch. So we're going to have to see what's going on, what DeWalt kind of has planned. Now, hopefully I will get to go. I know DeWalt has kind of a symposium also, and I've kind of gotten a little bit closer with DeWalt in the past year. I don't know if they're having some type of event this year or not. I have a feeling these will be released. They're already on Home Depot's website. So you got to think probably the next 4 to 6 weeks, these are going to be available. And one of you guys might know when they're more. So I can obviously just go to Home Depot, grab one, and then we can kind of compare it to the M12 and the Makita 12 volt and even the Bosch. But here's a pretty good picture here. I mean, that looks really small. There's the impact. I guess maybe it could be. I'll tell you the one thing I don't like about and another thing I shouldn't say. What the heck happened? I don't want that. Get out of there. The one thing I don't really like, just another annoyance. I don't like the feel of the new M12. Right? I love it, and I'm still saying it because of the power, and you got the 4 modes, and there's really nobody even close to it. But I like the old, the Gen 1 M12. I like the grip better. I like the feel of it better. It's a little bit wider, the new Milwaukee Gen 2 12 volt impact. I don't know if you guys kind of feel the same, but I'm like you guys. I actually use that a lot. That's really the only 12 volt tools. I do use some of the Makita stuff. I love their circular, but I'm using a lot of, when I'm using a 12 volt, I'm using the Milwaukee stuff. But yeah, the grip's a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. I just not, it's just not as comfortable as the first version to use. Right now, if I had both of them and I needed that 1300, I'm going to grab that over the Gen 1. I forget, what does the Gen 1 have? 1200. So not a big difference, guys. And when you put them into foot pounds, the Gen 1 Milwaukee to the Gen 2 Milwaukee 12 volt. One has 1200, one has 1300. It's really an 8 foot pound difference. Now, does that mean something? Yeah, but it's nothing huge. But this like 400 inch pounds. So this new 809 compared to the Milwaukee 12 volt Gen 2, 400 inch pound difference. That's substantial. Okay. Now you're looking at, 30, 35 foot pounds of difference. So let's go back. Let me see if I can just grab the impact instead of the combo kit. Now, most of the people I almost shouldn't say most of the people, and actually, look, the atomic impact is $10 cheaper, but you only get one battery. So again, much like those $99 deals, right? So over Christmas, you could have got the brushless drill driver, right? 2 batteries, the drill driver and a bag, right? $99. 2 batteries though. But if you got the impact driver, you only got 1 battery for $99, right? The brushless impact driver. So much the same with this atomic line. You only get 1 battery if you buy the impact, but it's $10 cheaper. So that helps a little bit. But yes, 1,700 inch-pounds of torque. And again, 5.1 inches. So, it looks like it's going to be the size of our favorite little Gen 2 Milwaukee impact driver. Looks really just like a miniature version, right? Yeah, it looks like a miniature version of the 885. Now, the one thing to remember, and they're still keeping that 885, and this should be a rubber overmold on here. They have kept that. Well, let's see. I don't know, because we know that the brushless is not, right. The brushless, it looks like this, but it's a plastic covering around the collet. But the 885 has rubber, and that 885 though, guys, has 1,400 inch-pounds. It's been out again since 2012, 2013. I have one. You guys have seen it. It's just been through a war, and it's a very durable. A lot of people still have it. But this looks like a miniature 885, guys. They kept, again, the same rubber tri-mold LEDs here around the collet. But the one thing, guys, you have to remember that this doesn't have what the M12 has. And you might be saying, what are you talking about? The Gen 2 M12 only has 1,300 inch-pounds. What do you mean, does it compare? Well, I'm not saying it doesn't compare, but I don't see any different speeds on this. Now, we're going to have to go back and look. But on this impact driver, usually the speed selector would be right here. Okay? Again, I think DeWalt dropped the ball here, man. Everybody wants, especially with impact, I wouldn't say with, but the impact wrench is the most important. Do you really need it with a variable speed trigger with an impact driver? I mean, it's definitely more convenient to have a nice 3-speed selector where you can, slower speed up RPM, slower speed up torque. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. I don't know what the cost, what what costs are involved. But again, it looks like they kind of shortchanged you, man. Right. I don't see any. We'll have to look. I don't see a selector where you can kind of change the settings. Yeah, so I don't think you're getting that. Variable speed trigger. All right, so that's what they're saying here. Again, do you really need it as much with an impact driver? I think it's, definitely a great convenience, no doubt. With an impact wrench now, they make huge differences now where we got that. And I wouldn't buy an impact driver without one now, to be honest with you. Like, again, I just said it's not a big deal. It's not, but I'm used to it. I think I would pay the extra couple bucks to get a nice selector where I can control the RPMs and the torque, especially if you're doing something light. So it's got 2,800 BPM. That's what they're calling it now. This is an impact. Usually it's IPM. They're calling it blows per minute. Why they're doing that, I don't know. It should be IPM. Impact driver impacts. They're using blows. Not never heard of before. Because I think someone else uses blows. Blow. But yeah, what do you guys think? I like the torque. What it comes down to, now again, this is another option, right? If you want a small compact tool. But again, I think the Makita, the Makita has speed settings, man. The Makita impact driver. You got that little funky selector on the bottom there. I don't know why DeWalt would come out with something like this. I was kind of all excited, and I am still. It's definitely for you DeWalt fans. It's a cool new addition. And I like the drill driver, right? The drill driver is pretty cool, man. To get that small size, 340. That's pretty powerful, right? And 1700s is not bad, but I would have liked a nice selector on the impact. That just gets, I just don't see why. What can it cost? An extra $1? I mean, in a mass-produced product, impact driver, maybe it's $2. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's more. Maybe it's $5. Let's say it's $10. All right, freak it. It's $10 in extra costs. I think that's, at this day and age, right? I think people would pay that $10. People are getting real used to those selectors on their impact driver now. So we'll have to see. Well, I think these will drop, Logan. Definitely. I think the prices will drop. I can almost guarantee, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised at Christmas. These are both $99, right? But never mind. Yeah, these are brushless. Squiddly Scott. These are definitely brushless. I don't know if you were talking about something else. Frozen walkway, no speed. Yeah, I'm kind of PO'd about that. I have the 886 Impact. It's a good Impact. Yes, Marty. Me too. I have it. Yeah, the 886 was weird, man. If you guys remember, the 886 was DeWalt's first brushless impact driver. Didn't have any speed selectors. You know, it was kind of really before that. But the 887 came out really soon after the 886. So it's really the forgotten impact driver. I want to say 4 or 5 months later, they came out with the 887. Now, you know, it's not gospel, right? Maybe it came out 9, 10 months later. But as I remember, the 887 came out very quickly after the 886. And obviously, when the 887 came out, you had a little bit more torque, right? 325 more inch pounds, but you had that speed selector, right? So a lot of people said, forget the 886. Ruben, what's up, buddy? Yes. Yeah, so I think this is kind of what they're doing. Again, I don't know if they're abandoning. It almost seems like they have abandoned their 12-volt line, right? But I just don't see them doing what Makita did. You know, I think this is going to kind of be the new 12-volt for them. Instead of, because I don't know. There might be cost involved with the 12-volt. Maybe their margins are better with 18-volt, and they can kind of just, you know, instead of switching motors up and, you know, different voltage, this might make more sense for DeWalt instead of, you know, continuing in the 12-volt platform. You got to consider, you know, costs, guys, especially for these multi-billion-dollar companies. They want to make as much money as possible. So they might say, actually, the cost structure is much better if we just stick with our 20-volt, obviously, but they're really 18-volt. Let's stick with our 18-volt and just let's make them smaller, right? Let's make them to a 12-volt size where we can add more torque, maybe some more RPM, and blow Milwaukee out of the water torque-wise. And they really had me going there until I don't see why you would buy this, man. $149, guys. Because if you look, I want to say the 88, their brushless drill driver, the $99 Christmas one there. I forget the number of it. What is it called? What's the DeWalt Christmas one there? It's just the brushless, not the XR. I forget what it's called. 787. Thank you, Maddie. Let's say the 787 is 6 inches and this is 5.1. You know what I'm saying? I'd get the 787. I mean, wow, this is an inch smaller. I'm going to pay $50 more. All right, you got more torque, but I still don't have that speed selector. I think DeWalt was going in the right direction. Now, I'm not going to go nuts over a speed selector here, guys. It would have been nice. It would have been really nice. It would have been, you know, and this is just my opinion. You can care less about a speed selector. You know, that's your business. Don't listen to me. You know, I'm just dude here. But, you know, maybe I guess, you know, this leaves it open. If this sells well, all right, maybe they'll do what they did with the 887 after 9 months. All right, hey, we got an atomic new one, right? Instead of 1,700 inch pounds, it's got 1,800. And guess what? You got your speed selector. So who knows? They could even add one to this. You know, this is, what do they call this? 809. 4 months later, come out with the 810 and the same specs. You know, kind of do what Milwaukee did, right? With their brushless, the Milwaukee brushless. They have 2 versions of it. They got one with no speed selector, and for another $10, you can get a speed selector, right? So, not that big of a deal now that you think about it. But there is a new platform coming out, guys. It's a compact platform, right? So, and we're going to have more tools. We're going to have a multi-tool that we know of. Now, it might get much larger than this, guys. I'm just talking from what we know right now. We look like we got a multi-tool. It looks like we got a little circular. And these should all be brushless. You guys are going to go nuts over having a hacksaw now, guys. So, to be honest with you, the Impact and the drill driver might be the two least popular tools, if you think about it. These three tools are what you DeWalt fans want. You know, you want a smaller version of that multi-tool, right? The XR, the best multi-tool out there. But now you got an option of staying with that same battery. You don't have to go switch to a 12-volt battery now. But you got your favorite XR multi-tool smaller, okay? Right? I heard people all the time, is DeWalt ever going to come out with a hacksaw, a brushless hacksaw? Yes, they are. It took years. And it's going to be a compact sucker. And you don't have to change platforms. Because a lot of the new people, they don't have DeWalt's 12-volt line. You know, that 12-volt DeWalt line was 2010, 2011, 2012. And for the last 5 years, man. So the last thing you want to do, and I think this is really smart with DeWalt. I think they really are smart. Just because it's been dead for so long. You know, to come out with a hacksaw in their 12-volt line, I don't think they would sell any, because now you got to go get the batteries for it. You know, they're trying to do flex volt. They don't want to go back to 12-volt. So now you're going to have your hacksaw, make a long story short, and you're going to get a nice compact circular. And it looks just kind of like that Makita. And that Makita I like so much better than that's what Milwaukee, you know, a lot of you guys with the Milwaukee stuff, you guys Milwaukee freaks. You know, hopefully, you know, like we know there's a power station probably coming out, right? We know they got a hacksaw that's a chainsaw coming out, right? So instead of your recip, it kind of has this hacksaw body, but with a little, you know, 6-inch or 7-inch chainsaw you know, blade. So what Milwaukee needs to do is come out with a nice small circular like that Makita. Because they have a 5 3/8 circular saw, right? A little bit too big. You know, you want your 12-volt to be nice and small, something smaller. So hopefully they do that too. Piston Honda. Oh, that's a great. You must be a Punch-Out fan. How about Pizza Pasta? Bald Bull. Ken Seaback. I have the DeWalt 12-volt, the Milwaukee M12 fuels, more powerful but heavier. Oh yeah, much more powerful. Ken, those 12-volt tools in their day, people loved them, and they still sell at Lowe's, man. You know, people have grown to love them. But yeah, I mean, you know, the Milwaukee stuff, both the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 are years ahead technology-wise, only because they're newer, you know? They're brushed. They don't have one. They don't make a brushless 12-volt tool DeWalt. They don't have one. They never made one. And to be honest with you, I don't think they've made a new tool in 3 to 4 years. So, yeah, definitely lighter, though. Yeah, well, if you go and look back though at Milwaukee's 12-volt, you know, they're brushed. They're lighter too than a lot of these brushless tools. It just, you know, you're adding more torque and more RPMs and I still find myself reaching for the 22-volt. Paul, what do you see? No, Paul, I haven't seen that, buddy. Hopefully the hacksaw is a good deal. I'm excited. Yeah, see? You know, the people were, thank you, 94 GT. I appreciate you doing that, bud. Anthony Hernandez, that thank you, of course. Okay, what's up, Kentucky Cat? My man, the cat is in town. Jonathan Diaz, Kevin Watts, what's up? Kevin Watts, right. Filming new season of The Middle. Hey Kevin, yeah, Kevin just asked. He goes, "Anyone know where Mike's tool shed disappeared to?" Dude, I hit him up on Instagram probably a month ago just to say, "Hey man, what's up? How you been?" I don't know what's going on with him, man. I know he disappeared for like 4 months. Then he did a video because someone sent it to me and hit me up, and he made like 2 videos or 3, and then he disappeared again. And this has been it's been like 6 or 7 months now. Again, guys, it's YouTube. Mike doesn't take this stuff seriously. He's very much like me. Now, I don't know him, on a personal level, but he films this with his camera, with his cell phone, and we just, you know, yap. Not no editing, all this crazy stuff, pasting, pictures of ourselves on the avatars with wings and stuff. Just yap. We just yap and talk to you guys and communicate in a great community. William Davis, what's up, buddy? Yeah, so he probably just got, I would love to disappear for a month. I can't do it for 3 days. I love you guys. I feel a connection, and I get Instagram. Man, if I'm gone for, I missed just a couple days ago. I didn't make a video probably for like a day and a half. I had my son's birthday and everything, and man, I had Instagram messages. What's good? You all right? So possible something to do with filming at work. Ever find that trash can, Squilly Scott? No, I never found it. I bought a new one. I bought a new one for $10. So yeah, guys. Yeah, no, it was more than that. 15. I'm actually pretty PO'd. Yeah, I had wings or Valentine's Day, a Valentine's Day tool boss flying. I have the DeWalt 12-volt. Yeah, so he probably just like I said, kind of maybe had it. There's a lot of pressure, man. I know he got a lot of. He was getting into Home Depot. Home Depot. He was doing stuff for them. A lot of pressure, man. To make videos. That's why I hate doing like review videos. There's a lot of pressure, editing, and if you forget this, you forget that. That's why I just go live now, man. Very rarely will I do like a review video where I'm following a form, following a structure of let's take a look at this and this and have an opening with music, looking at the box and the specs. If I don't have to do that, I don't do that. We'll go live. I got the box. We'll open it. We'll do a couple update videos. Because obviously when you do the unboxing there, you're not going to be able to do too much with it live. But anyway, guys, yeah. So there's a new line of tools, and I think it's going to be pretty successful. I think it's smart. I think they did the right thing. Kind of just and. Now, did they do the right thing? No. They should never have waited 3 or 4, 5 years to come out with a brushless compact tool, right? We know they gave up on the 12-volt line. All right. Maybe 18 months later, you say you're ditching the 12-volt. You're going to come out with a compact 18-volt. It's been 4 years, man. So they waited too long, and they almost waited so long that they really had no choice but to abandon the 12-volt and just make a compact 18-volt like Makita did. So what they should have did too, and again, you're going to say this is the stupidest thing, but I guarantee you they would have sold more atomic tools, right? And you might say, what does that have to do with anything, Tool Boss? It doesn't. But I guarantee you they would sell more atomic tools if they would have changed the color of the stupid freaking tool, right? If they would have made the DeWalt, now we all know yellow and gold, right? Yellow and black, that's DeWalt. They'll never change that. We ain't changing. Relax. I would have made this thing all black and maybe had wherever the black is, you make yellow. Well, not the grip. You keep the grip black. You don't want like a yellow grip. But you know, do an alternative, like flip it around, make it more black and then have the yellow accents, right? And you might say, what is that? I'm telling you, if these would have been all black, with little touches of yellow, kind of like what Makita did with the Makita Black subcompacts. Now, might not be a huge difference, but it would show a difference in the line. Like when you see the Makita Black tools, you know they're the subcompacts. Now, obviously, with this, I mean, this looks identical to the 885, guys. It changing the color of it again. It's a marketing scheme. What really Makita did there, but marketing works, and I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have changed the color. They probably would have definitely had more eyes appealing to it. Like, oh man, because I remember when that Makita Black line came out. Oh, it's a black tool. You gotta love it. So, but off that topic, I think DeWalt did the right thing here. Now again, the only thing that I don't like is they didn't have a nice speed selector on here. That's unfortunate. But besides that, man, I think they did the right thing. So we'll have to see. Just watch double pack out picture on Instagram, red pack out. Yeah, we'll see them. I'm excited to see this new power station if it comes to fruition, where we got it kind of built in with the pack out, which is smart. Have it on wheels. Instead of changing the stupid handle on the power station, if you guys don't know, the DeWalt power station, right? It's been out around 4 years. Last year, they came out with an updated version of it. It's still the same exact thing spec-wise, but it has a different handle on it. A handle that goes completely across the top so you can carry it. Because you guys know if you have the power station, it's awkward. There's a handle at one end and there's a handle at the other end. But all they had to do with the updated version 2 was make it capable of snapping onto their tough system. So you don't have to carry it at all. So if they would have had like clamps where you could have clamped it onto your tough system box, that's what they should have did. They need to come to me for ideas and engineering. I mean, come on. Because I have like a couple. I actually leave it on my tough system box, my power station. And whenever I move it, it's on that box. Now it can fall off. It never does. I have the handle. You got your handle. I mean, if you turn real sharp, it's going to come off, but you got to be careful. So whenever I use that power station, I don't really carry it. I put it on my tough system boxes, and I'd be real careful. But they should have made it instead of the stupid handle. No, but the handle was big. Now that you can carry it, but they should have made it able to snap on to that tough system. But that electric lawnmower lasts 3 acres. You talk about the Ryobi? All you gotta do is read. I don't know. What does it say? It should tell you 3 acres. I had a couple people comment. How much? Go read it. I did the thing here. I think it's 3 acres for the 100 amp hour and 2.2 for the 75. Yeah. My year-old is good for 5 acres. Yes. Work 'em, baby. You will see a double back out. No, that's cool. I mean, I'm just saying. Tom Rainwater. No, it's 3 acres, man. We'll take a quick look here if you want. Let's see if we can get the Ryobi lawnmower. Ryobi. Zero turn mower. Oh yeah, and here's that Cub Cadet. Get alone in a picture show. Take the long way. Where is the freaking? Oh, look at the new Troy belt. We might have to talk about that on Supreme. I got some new mowers. Why? I put Ryo. What did I spell it? I'll tell you, you can't spell one letter out of place with this stupid Home Depot app. Oh my God. One letter was wrong. And everything but Ryobi came up. All right, here we go. All right, like I said, there's two options. You got 100 amp hour and the 75 watt. The 100 is going to do 3 acres. See? Up to 3 acres. 3 acres. And the 7.5 will do 2.2. Thank you, Jonathan. Daniel, what's up? Yeah, we have laughs and we have fun and we have things in the sun. Ken, what's up? Yeah, right, Ken, with the color? Yeah, I mean, it's marketing 101. Yeah, 2.25. I would get this one, man. I mean, it's going to be a little bit lighter. I actually want weight. Nah, you don't really want weight. I don't know. It's tough, man. It's only $200 though. I mean, is it 200? Yeah. I probably would. You spending this much money, what's another $200? Yeah, man, it's incredible. 7 miles per hour too. So this is much faster than their little tractor. I was gonna put a video up on this of them. It's like a 7-minute video of them putting it together. It's from Ryobi. I figured you guys would be bored of it, but and you know, it's a lawnmower. You guys don't care about lawnmowers. You want tools, power tools, saws. You were replying about the mower. Ah, that's fine, Troy. It's all good, bro. I got a couple comments asking how long it will cut for. And, you know, that's the number one thing, obviously, that it's being electric. I mean, what you have to do is look at it, you know. Marcos Soto, what's up? Just keep the letters. Yeah, you're right, Marcus. Yellow tool. Yeah. I mean, there's different, the atomic, right. Again, you're right. 94 GT. Yeah, maybe add like a red or like a different, like a blue. I don't know, a little, not much. Just something to really make it pop, you know, to kind of separate it, you know, separate the line, right? You got the XR, you got the brushless, now you got the atomic, and they all look alike. So it would have been pretty cool. And don't be surprised if Milwaukee comes out with a comp. Now, you know, you might say, hey, they already did. That's what the brushless is. And you might be right. There could be. But Milwaukee's very like they don't mind taking chances, you know. So if they were to come out with like an all black, you know, line, you know, that's kind of like with the pack out. They got a black pack out in Europe. Here it's red. Maybe you wouldn't be surprised if they come out with some different colored tools just for the, you know, rigid. They actually did with rigid there. And I'm still mad I never got those rigid limited edition, right? We all had fun with that last Christmas. The rigid black limited edition. They were cool, man. That was cool. They were cool looking rigid tools there. But yeah, so we got the atomic. Let's go back to it and say our farewells because it's pretty late now. The DeWalt atomic. As of now, guys, the first two tools are going to be a drill driver and a impact driver. Soon to be followed by a multi-tool, a circular saw of probably a 3 5/8, 3 5/8 size, and a hacksaw. The hacksaw is going to be the most popular tool by far. People have been wanting a small hacksaw from DeWalt for years. So it's going to be in the atomic form. So it's going to be a small, you know, much like a 12 volt, guys. You know, think of the 12 volt Milwaukee. It's going to be around that size. They're coming out with a multi-tool. So if you like their XR version, which is probably one of the best out there, if not the best, you're going to have another smaller option. And of course, a small circular saw. So I think it's going to be good. I think it's smart. You know, we're yapping here about stupid stuff, you know, about a speed selector, and, you know, maybe they should have changed it a little bit because they look identical. I mean, they look like the 885. This looks like this. Yeah, but it probably would have made it more. There would have been more buzz, right? It would have been all over Instagram. Oh, check out the new Atomic. You see the new Atomic drill driver, Johnny? No, I haven't. Here it is. Well, it looks like the 885. Johnny, you're wrong. It is the Atomic. So they could have easily made it a snazzy, cool color to kind of, you know, pop it like Makita did. But so that's it, folks. I want to thank all you guys for coming in and having fun in the picture show. So thank you all. Thank you for donating again. Thank you very much, Samuel Williams. I appreciate that. And of course, my brother, Shaka. Thank you, Shaka. And everybody who was on here tonight, all the moderators. We haven't done one of these. Jack Wilson, what's up? Haven't done one of these podcast type bids in quite a long time. So it was great to see you all on here. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mark. What's up, buddy? Oh, okay. We'll have to check that out. John Rice, thank you. Oh, Pat Clark. I love like the guys I've been watching, and they just, you know, I ain't talking. I just want to relax. But at the end, they come out. Thank you, Pat Clark. Pat Clark, great dude. Check out his channel too. Pat Clark Barnes. Angelo Campos, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Chef Pete, of course. I love you, man. Thank you. Waldo68, thank you, buddy. Michael Chanella, thanks, man. Michael, yeah, Michael Chanella, you're on Instagram. I see it. Thanks, buddy. Looks good just to see him. Tom Rainwater, yeah, man, no doubt. All right, yes. Thank you, gentlemen. Dustin, nah, yeah, you can watch the rerun, Dustin. We had some fun. The new Atomic from DeWalt. I think you'll have some fun. Thank you, Nightbird. Yeah, I'm about wrapping. We've been on for about an hour here, so maybe a little bit longer. But guys, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Say your prayers. Good luck in the future, babe. Good luck in the future, babe.